Hello everyone, welcome down to Apter's Alley. This is Bill Apter. I'm the gatekeeper, the proprietor, whatever you want to call the person that takes care of everything here in the alley. That's me. And today, this is a very special edition of Apter's Alley that I want to welcome you to. Today, I'm going to take a look at the great people who are going into the 2015 WWE Hall of Fame, the inductees. And some of these people, well, I kind of feel like they're extended family to me because throughout the years of my career working for the various magazines, taking pictures and writing columns and doing interviews, I've become professional and personal friends with a lot of these inductees. So let's start off. By the way, all these photos that you're going to see up on the screen here are courtesy of WWE.com. So let's start off with the man that Bruno Sammartino one time called, I got to do my Bruno imitation, that Judas, that Bisko guy, Larry Zbyszko. I was absolutely thrilled when I heard that Larry was going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Here's a young guy who wanted to become a professional wrestler from the days of his childhood. He used to mow the lawn of Bruno Sammartino in Pittsburgh just to get close to Bruno, to be able to talk to him and find out if Bruno would eventually take an interest and maybe make him a protege. Well, as history shows, Zbyszko was trained by Bruno Sammartino, and then Zbyszko became that Judas, that turncoat, and attacked Sammartino, igniting one of the most incredible feuds in the history of professional wrestling. I was there during their Shea Stadium showdown, and I can't tell you the venom, the hatred that the fans felt for Larry Zbyszko was just off the charts. He'd done his job because he wanted to make you hate him, and you did. But as I said, in wrestling history, it will show that the Sammartino-Zbyszko series of matches, that feud, was just incredible. And of course, Larry went on to becoming a superstar in WCW and a broadcaster and so many other things in professional wrestling. So Larry Zbyszko, congratulations, one of the great talkers of all time, one of the few people who can actually give Paul Heyman a run for his money in terms of talking. Larry Zbyszko, welcome. It's so great you're being inducted in the 2015 WWE Hall of Fame. Now I want to talk about someone I've called many times my sweetheart, Medusa. In WWE, Medusa Michelli, was known as Alundra Blaze. And she blazed an incredible trail of victories throughout the AWA, throughout the WWE, throughout Japan. She became one of the toughest girl wrestlers ever in history. And who can ever forget when she won the ladies title and then was romanced by WCW while she was still in WWE to come to WCW, and when she went to WCW, she had the belt with her and she threw it in the garbage. The shot heard round the world. But bottom line, she made history in the business of professional wrestling. Now, once in a while, you'll see her at some of the wrestling conventions, and also she's a monster truck driver. But more than that, she's now a member of the WWE 2015 Hall of Fame class. Welcome, sweetheart. I mean, that's you so deserve it. Let's move on now to Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash. You know, they say that he changed the face of wrestling in some ways. He was such a large part of the Attitude Era, from the tryout days of things that didn't work back in WCW. You remember when he was Oz? Yeah, well, Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, Had a great run, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but when he became NWO, everybody took note and realized that this man wasn't just big in height, but he was just big in the wrestling business. Yeah, because he became a legend, and that's why Kevin Nash is going into this year's WWE Hall of Fame. Let's move on now and talk about Tatsumi Fujinami. Now, a lot of you fans in the WWE universe aren't familiar with him, but a lot of you old school people are. I first met him probably in the mid to late 70s when he was wrestling in the I believe it was the WWF back then. Might have been WWF. Well, we'll check that out, and I'll get back to you on that. I'm sure you'll all correct me. But anyway, what an incredible wrestler Dragon Tatsumi Fujinami was. Very respected in the wrestling business. Had some great feuds throughout the years, in so many various territories. But again, he was the junior heavyweight champion here, and I remember some of his matches against Ric Flair were just classics. So Tatsumi Fujinami, welcome to the WWE Hall of Fame. We go now to Rikishi. Yeah, boy, what an original. Mr. Stinkface. What an incredible athlete. A guy his size, coming, of course, from the classic lineage of the Samoans. Rikishi had an incredible style. A guy that big moved so well in the ring, and he also has mentored so many wrestlers and aspiring wrestlers throughout the year in his training school. And we all know what a great dancer he is, because who can forget he and Scotty Too Hottie, and I mean, he was just absolutely, Brian Christopher, didn't forget him either. I mean, the three of them were just, they were too cool, weren't they? Yeah, Rikishi joining the legacy of the Samoans, The Rock, and so many others in the WWE Hall of Fame. We now move on to the Bushwhackers. When you talk about tag team wrestling, these guys, they were known as the Bushwhackers. They were known as the Sheep Herders, but they had an incredible style. They were tough, but they were fun to watch. So when you look at the tag teams through the years, through the WWE, and you talk about tag teams that really entertained when pro wrestling started becoming more of sports entertainment, these guys were at the beginning of it. Congratulations to Butch and Luke, the Bushwhackers. Did I do that right? Maybe when I leave here tonight, no, I won't do that. Finally, well, next to finally, let's talk about this man. Oh, yeah, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. A one-of-a-kind, an original Randy Macho Man Savage. He had such an incredible run in the WWE. Then he went to WCW. And his name is synonymous with the greats of this business. It's taken years and years and years to finally get him into the WWE Hall of Fame. And want to thank the genius Lanny Poffo for finally working things out with the WWE and agreeing to come on and speak about your brother and induct him properly into the WWE Hall of Fame. This is an induction, as I mentioned, we've all been waiting for much too long. So I got two words for you. Oh yeah. And then finally, Little Connor is getting the award, the very first Hall of Fame warrior award. You've all seen his story. What a brave little kid, and it's wonderful that the WWE is making Conor the very first recipient of the Warrior Award. I could spend all day here telling you stories about each one of these people. Oh, I forgot one. And he's the one person here, other than Conor, who I've never met. Everybody does an Arnold imitation. So Arnold is now going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Are we happy about it? Of course we are. Arnold Schwarzenegger going into the celebrity wing of the WWE Hall of Fame. So again, it's going to be an incredible night. WWE inducting some of the greats, and this is Bill Apter wishing the best to all you inductees, and congratulations.